Hello everyone, welcome back to Teen I Teach IELTS Grammar, Grammatical Units, Phrases. Alright, we're done with words and grid classes. We're moving on to phrases before we, reach the end game, which is sentence. First off with phrases, how many, different types are there? Well, there are 5 types of phrases. So we're going to go through them one by one, alright? And I'm going to go real slow. And when we review all of this back, I'm going to speed up my speech a little bit. So, you get the comprehension first, and then you get the familiarity of the normal speed when we review. Now, 5 types of phrases. First off is the verb phrase. From the name, you know that this concerns verb, right? Verb phrase has an ordinary verb. We're talking a typical action. Come, thought, left. All right? Climbing as well. Swimming, eating, sleeping. The typical verbs that you find a lot in everyday speech. Now, along with this ordinary verb, it can be paired with an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary. It's a bit hard to say. Examples of auxiliary verbs. Sometimes when I speak a little bit too fast, the two words blur together. Had, was, and will. Now, if we combine ordinary verbs and auxiliary verbs, we have had thought, was left, will be, swimming. Now that is simple enough. Let's move on to the second type, noun phrase. We go from verb now to noun. A word that depicts a place, a thing, an object. So obviously a noun phrase would have a noun. And I'm going for hike. Now, when it comes to hike, you may think if a sentence is something like, we're going, this is hiking, for example. Now, hiking is a verb. However, if you say, we are going on a hike, that becomes a noun, okay? This noun also has a determiner, usually, a, and or an adjective. A word that modifies a noun. Beautiful, good, lovely, nasty, late, early, in front of the noun. A noun phrase can also be a pronoun. They, he, him, she, it. For example, a good hike, her team, and they, as we've seen up here. Okay, let's move on to 3 and 4. 3, adjective phrase. Adjective, a word that modifies a noun. And I'm choosing pungent very early as an example. This adjective phrase has an adjective, obviously, pungent and early, and it is sometimes paired with an adverb, adjective and verb, of degree. So like the extent, to the extent of a severity, for example, like little or a lot, few. Now the adverb of degree in this example is very, okay? I hope we understand everything thus far. We have verb phrase, which focuses on verb. Noun phrase focuses on noun. Adjective phrase focuses on adjective. And we're moving on to number 4, adverb phrase. All right? An adverb phrase obviously has an adverb. Sometimes with an adverb of degree, the same thing appear in adjective phrase, such as almost or near. For example, quickly get on, almost certainly. All right? we have a combination of an adverb and an adverb of degree. So we have two adverbs, right? But the first one could be any sort of adverb. The second one has to be an adverb of degree. Now, if you pay attention to the example, the adverb of degree goes first, and the adverb here goes second. All right? Let's move on to the last one, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase. It is a preposition with a noun phrase, such as after dinner or on the boat. Okay? Now that we've gone through all 5 of them, let's go back and review from the beginning. I'm gonna go here and let me just clean this up real nice so we don't get any confusion. All right, and I'm going to speed up how I talk a little bit because I've talked slow before. Now it's time to, be a little bit quick. There are 5 types of phrases. The first type is a verb phrase. It has an ordinary verb like come, thought, and left, as well as an auxiliary verb. Okay, this is not, mandatory. An auxiliary verb can be paired with ordinary verb, but it is not a must. So an example of an auxiliary verb is had, was, and will. In combination, they are had thought, was left, and will be swimming. Next up is a noun phrase. It has a noun, hike, which usually has a determiner, a, and or, so this is a maybe, an adjective, good. A noun phrase can also be a pronoun, they, he, him, she, it. A good hike, her team, and they. Now, to the third part, an adjective phrase. Now, this looks a bit busy. Let me just clean this up. Okay, adjective phrase. For example, pungent, very early. It has an adjective and is sometimes paired with an adverb of degree. Like a verb phrase with ordinary verb and auxiliary verb, it is not a necessity to pair an adjective with an adverb of degree like little or a lot. Now, to the last part, which is adverb phrase, it has an adverb and is also sometimes paired with an adverb of degree, such as almost and near. For example, quickly get on, almost certainly. Okay, now to the last part, a prepositional phrase. It is a preposition that is paired with a noun phrase, such as after dinner and on the boat. So that's it for today's lesson with phrases. I hope you tune in to my next topic, sentence elements. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Learn today, better tomorrow, and have a wonderful day.